Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Welcome, welcome back. My name is Chrissy, and I am a sober yogi, here to bring light, love, and positivity from my yoga mat to your home. Today, we are doing yoga for Clopens. Those of us in the service industry know all too well that closing down the bar and then opening it the next day is really tough on your body, your sleep schedule, and everything else. So this practice is just meant to help us rejuvenate our bodies, give us a little bit of extra rest, but also help us prepare for the morning and energize us. So we're going to begin in a seated position, saying hello to our furry friends. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths. As I raise my hands, we're going to breathe in. And as I release them, we're going to breathe out. I'm going to take a moment to stay seated, our hands in prayer, and just really set our intentions for the day. And mine is to bring light, love, and positivity into every situation, but yours doesn't have to be. And we're going to take a moment to meditate with that intention, breathing deeply. Alrighty, now that we have been able to take a moment to meditate, we're going to place our right hand to our right side and just open up through that side body. Reaching with the fingertips, pulling our shoulders away from our ear, just really being present in our bodies. Going slow and gentle, we're going to roll it through to the other side. Remember, one side might be tighter than the other. That's okay, that's perfectly normal, especially in the service industry. We all have to deal with that. We use one arm more than the other for this or that. And we're going to roll it back through, and we're going to begin just taking big circles with our bodies. Just slowly waking up those muscles. Breathing in and out. In and out. And we're going to bring it back to center. Roll our shoulders back. Breathe in as we go up. Out as we go back. In and out. In and out. Breathe in and out. Last one. We're going to take our right leg. We're going to extend it to the corner of our mat. Place our left foot inside of our inner thigh. And then we're just going to bring it down. Opening up through the side body again. This time we're going to take a big circle with our arm that's not on the ground. Just opening up through that shoulder. This should help for if you've been shaking a lot. Or maybe carrying trays. Reverse that circle. Really just opening up through that shoulder. And then we're going to reach over our heads again. Opening up through the side body. Before turning back up. Breathe in. Turn in towards your foot. Point it towards you or act like you're pressing it into a wall. Bring your hands up. And rain it down, opening up through that lower back and the hip. Taking some deep breaths here. Remember, it's okay to have a slow start to your day and to your practice. You don't have to rush. We're going to slowly roll it back. Place our hands behind us. Open up through those shoulders. Point that front toe and lift and just let our head sink behind us. And release. We're going to take it to the other side. This time our right foot is in our left thigh. And we're going to bring our arms up high. And open up through that side body, reaching. And then we're going to take large circles with that arm. Opening up through the shoulder. And then we're going to reverse that circle. And then reach. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you melt a little bit lower. Maybe you don't. And then we're going to rise back up on a breath in. And turn forward. Just allowing ourselves a moment to rest. And to be present in our own bodies, spirits, and souls. We're going to roll it up. We're going to again place our hands behind our backs. Lift off the ground and release your head. Release back to the ground. From here we're going to slowly make our way into tabletop position. Knees stacked beneath the hips. Wrists stacked beneath the shoulders. And tucking in our pelvis. Here we're going to place our hands together about 1 inch apart. fingertips wide, and we're just gonna take some wrist circles. We do a lot with our hands and our wrists. It's really important that we give them the warm up that they deserve. Taking slow circles here before reversing that circle. Back in front of us. Curl our toes under. For the first time today, we're going to feel a little bit of heat as we rise up into hovering table. Lifting our knees off the ground, tucking our pelvis, and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release, uncurl your toes, begin taking some cat-cows, breathing in as we raise our tailbone up, slowly rolling through the spine, and breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Last one. And meet you back in tabletop position. Curl your toes under and lift again. This time we're moving for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release to the ground. Roll back onto your feet. Allow them to be warmed up a little bit. Feel the stretch. Place your hands interlaced in your lap, pressing away from you. Look up and down. And slowly follow your hands as you press them up and away. Then we're going to release. We're going to get up on our knees and take a mountain pose variation for a moment. Moving our hip bones forward like headlights, grounding down through our back bodies. And then we're going to place our hands on our waists. Go into camel pose. For reaching from one side, and shooting like a bow and arrow up and release. Other side, up. Breathe in and breathe out as we release. Another one. Breathe in and out. Last one on this side. Breathe in and out. And just take a moment for stillness to enjoy the quiet. Alright, now we're going to place our hands on our lower backs. Rise up. And go back into some cat-cows. Just for a moment. And then we're going to pull back before we place our toes to touch, knees wide, hands a little bit further away this time. We're going to roll it through And back into child's pose as we breathe out. Breathe in as we go forward. And out. Breathe in. And out. You can take this as slowly or as quickly as you need to. Just let your body feel itself waking up slowly. Before we bring some heat, we're going to roll it back, place our left hand in center, raise our hands up and through to thread the needle. Breathe in, breathe out as we thread the needle. Breathe in, and out as we thread the needle. And then we're going to release here. Maybe we dome our hand. Maybe we take our hand, touch our opposite leg, opening up through the shoulder. And take that bind, just whatever feels best in your body today is how it should be done. Alright, we're going to release that arm. Bring it back to center. Open up through the chest and release, and we're gonna shoot that arrow up again. Breathe in and out as we thread the needle. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And then we're going to take our hands and dome up, opening up through that back body, or maybe we take that bind, just really taking a moment to experience our bodies. I feel like this is my mental position a lot of the times when I'm at work. Alright, we're going to release to the ground, plant our palm, rise up, and open up. And then we're going to go back into tabletop position. This time we're going to extend our right leg and cross it behind us, opening up through that hip, looking back, pressing away from the yoga mat. Breathing deeply into that hip. And release. Take it to the other side, left foot extended. Bring it around, look at it. Breathe in, breathe out, really opening up through that hip. And release back to center. Here we're going to curl our toes under. Make it our way to downward facing dog. Letting our heels grow heavy. Letting our fingertips press away from the mat so our wrists aren't doing all the work. Tucking our pelvis. And then just pedal it out. Really warming up those feet. Maybe we take little ankle circles here. Maybe we tick-tock from side to side. Just really focus on getting those feet nice and stretched out. We spend so much time on our feet. They get sore. All right, keep pedaling, keep pedaling. And then we're gonna stop, take a moment to just breathe in, and we're going to do a lion's breath out. So we're going to breathe out with our tongues out. Breathe in through our nose and let out a big loud sigh with our tongues out. One more. And last one. And then we're gonna roll it through to plank. We're gonna hold plank here for a moment. Taking a couple deep breaths before making our way to our side plank. Lifting up that right leg and holding. And now we're going to take it back behind us into Wild Thing. Opening up to the day that we have coming. And then we're going to release back to the ground, center, take it to the other side. Lift that left leg up, 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 and then release it. Open, open, open. Take it back to center. We're going to slowly lower to our chests. Releasing our feet. And we're going to breathe in, baby cobra. Hands should be at your rib cage. Arms should be parallel to your body. Breathe in as we go up. And out as we go down. And as we go up. Out as we go down. Breathe in. Maybe your cobra starts to rise a little higher. Maybe you take your hands off the mat and jump through your fingers and do a king cobra. Follow your breath and follow your body. Last one. And release. Now we're going to take our elbows where our hands were. Sphinx pose. Flexion a little bit. Look to the left. Breathe. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Back to center. Look to your right. Breathe. Pull those shoulders away. And then we're going to rise up and pull it back into puppy pose. Tucking that pelvis. Really opening up through the shoulders. Pull it back forward. Oh, my lower back just popped out. And I hope yours did too. And then roll it back. Puppy. Roll it forward into Sphinx. Roll it back. Roll it forward, breathe in. And out. And roll it back as we breathe out. We're going to hold puppy pose for a minute. Well, for a few deep breaths anyways. And then we're going to roll through. We're going to take our hands and clasp them together. Curl our toes under. Lift up our kneecaps and then lift into a low forearm plank. We're here for 5, 4, 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2 and 1. Release. Let your arms fall behind your sides. Rest on the side of your face. And turn it the other way. Just taking a moment. And we're going to place our hands at our rib cages. Curl our toes under. Lift your kneecaps. And press up into high plank. into downward facing dog, pedaling it out again, opening up through those feet. Before we walk it back to a forward fold, feet hip width apart, maybe you grab opposite elbow and sway. Maybe you want to stay still for a moment. Maybe you want to pedal out your feet a little bit. Maybe you want to rock back and forth. Just find what works for you. And then we're going to take our legs, straighten them, make a figure 7 with our body, halfway lift. Pinching those shoulders together, tightening those abs, and release. As we breathe out, breathe in, halfway lift. Out, release. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, release, and bend those legs as we slowly make our way up, up, up. One vertebrae at a time, rolling back through those shoulders, opening up, tucking that pelvis, grounding down through our tailbone. And then we're going to place our feet together, lift them up. You don't need to look down. Place our hands in front of us in prayer. And we're just going to do some calf raises just to warm up those muscles for when we're reaching for a bottle or maybe something on the top shelf. Just really warming up those feet and those calves. Almost done with this. And we're going to step forward to the center of our mat where we're going to have our feet a little more than hip width apart. And we're going to swing back and forth, smacking our booties, tightening our abs, knocking on heaven's door. This should be a really good wake up feeling for you. Maybe you start twisting your feet with it, increasing that range, really letting your body open up, warm up, and feel alive. And then we're going to slowly slow it down. Before making our feet definitely bigger than hip width apart, we're going to raise our hands up. And we're going to touch opposite leg. Rise up, touch opposite foot, rise and down, up and down, up and down, alternating sides. Down. Last set. Breathe in and out. Hold for a second. Breathe in, raise your arms up and out. Hold for a second. And then rise up. Star pose. Maybe we heel toe it out a little bit. Point our toes outwards. Place our hands in our power pose before lowering into deep squat. We're going to place our hands on our knees, really opening up through those legs. And then we're going to turn in one direction, twist, pressing that shoulder to left shoulder to our right leg. Then back to center, right towards our left. Back to center, left towards our right. And we're just gonna go back and forth for a few breaths at our own paces, finding what feels good in our own bodies today. Back to center, meet here, lift up on our tippy toes for a second, release, lift up on our tippy toes, release, lift up on our tippy toes, release. Breathe in as we go up and out as we go down. Last one, hold, and release. We're gonna rise up. As I almost lost my balance there. Turn our toes in. And forward fold. This wide-legged forward fold should feel really good to you. I know it does to me. It's a nice little reset. Rise up, star pose. Heel it out. Instead of feel it out, heel it out. Release. Toes out, open. Toes in, release. Toes out, toes in. And then maybe you take it all the way down into the splits. Maybe you don't. We're gonna take one leg. And then the other, placing our right leg in front of our left. And walking it forward. Maybe we sway a little here. And we walk it back, walk it back, walk it back. We're going to twist to our right, breathe in and out, twist to our left, breathe in and out, and place our hands behind our backs. Press our shoulders together and lift, 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 lift through those hips. And release. Opposite leg in front this time. Raise our arms up. Release. And maybe walk it forward to here. Maybe go all the way down, swaying back and forth. Back and forth. Opening up through that side body. Through that hip, walking it back. Take that twist to the left. Take that twist to the right. Place our hands behind our backs. And lift, lift, lift. Hold it. And release. We're going to go back into our tabletop position. Curl those toes under. And enter into our hovering table. This time tapping opposite knee to the ground. You should be a bit more warmed up at this point. Just alternating knees for 5. Don't forget to breathe. 4. Don't forget to breathe. 3. 2. And on 1, we're going to push it back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out for a second. And then we're going to take our feet, zip them up together. Lift up our left leg. Knee to third eye. hold it, and release it onto the ground, low lunge. We're gonna pivot that back foot, rise up, warrior one. Hold that, open up into warrior two. Press forward and back, peaceful warrior. And then we're gonna cartwheel it all the way down. Maybe you take a 3-legged chaturanga. Maybe you just meet me back in downward facing dog. Find what works for your body today. Pedal it out for a moment, release that head. And then zip those feet back up. This time we're gonna lift our right leg. Step it knee to third eye, hold, hold, hold. And step it forward. Pivot on that back leg. Rise up, warrior one. And then open up, warrior two. Push it back, peaceful warrior. And then cartwheel it down. Maybe you take the chaturanga. Maybe you just go back to downward facing dog. I will meet you there. From here, we're just gonna open up through those hips as we squat down towards our feet. Maybe we take a little wider stance. Open up through those hips. And release your heels back to the ground. Walk your fingertips forward. If your feet are not already zipped together, allow them to zip together. Forward fold. We're going to halfway lift. Release. Halfway lift. Release. Halfway lift. Release. And then rise up in a sun salutation. Breathe in. Reach, reach, reach. Rain it down. Breathe in. Reach, reach, reach. Release. Maybe we breathe in and open up through that back as we come down. Curving our bodies, opening up through that lower back. Last one. We're going to take mountain pose for a moment before stepping to center of our mats. Zipping up through that body, placing our hands right next to us. And we're going to lift our leg, but we're going to lift it and meet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Take a moment. Maybe you take a deep back stretch. Maybe you float it down into a forward fold for a second. And we're going to rise up, release our hands, and take it to the opposite side, extending the right arm with the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Raise your hands up, Rain it down. Hell it out for a second down here. Ground both heels. Lower and slowly bring it back up. We're going to grab our right wrist and lean towards the left, pulling our ears away from our shoulders, but opening up through that side body. Center volcano pose, and then grab the left wrist. Pull, pull, pull. Center. Pull, pull, pull. Center. Pull, pull, pull. And release. We're going to take it from here to slowly lower down into a toe stand. Holding before releasing to the ground. We're going to take our feet and get into butterfly position, feet touching. We're going to look up and down. And maybe we decide to fold over, pressing our arms into our thighs to hold them down, deepen that stretch. Maybe we pull our feet a little bit in or a little bit out. It's up to you. Maybe we give ourselves a small foot massage here. Or maybe we just sit still and breathe. And then bring our eyes back up. And we're going to make our way slowly to our backs. Holding forward first, and then slowly, slowly, slowly pointing those toes. And making our way back into corpse pose. And from here, we are going to take a deep breath in and out. In and out. In and out. We're placing our hands on our forehead.